Welcome to Leading Behind the Scene. I'm your host, Gwendolyn Young, the go-to business and operations consultant for six-figure CEOs who are ready to reach their next level of growth. And I'm ready to share tools, strategies, and tips to help you excel in your business and your life. If you're a service-based entrepreneur, be sure to join me each Thursday. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And don't forget to follow the show on your favorite podcast player so you never miss an episode. And if you love the content, leave me a rating review. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Leading Behind the Scene. This week, we are continuing the conversation on systems and processes of the client onboarding process. This has been a great series so far, and I hope you've been enjoying it. So let's dig in. Client onboarding systems and processes play a pivotal role in shaping the success and longevity of a business-client relationship. These well-structured frameworks ensure that each client is seamlessly integrated into your business and sets the tone for a positive and consistent experience. By implementing standardized systems, you establish clear communication channels, manage expectations effectively, and streamline the collection of crucial information. These processes not only expedite the onboarding timeline, but also minimize errors and enhance the overall client experience. And when you add robust onboarding systems, you can personalize the approach, addressing individual client needs while maintaining an efficient process. Ultimately, these systems lay the groundwork for strong client relationships, boost client loyalty, and empower you to deliver on your brand promises from day one, creating a foundation of trust and mutual success. This is why getting this process right is key. So what are some of the systems and processes that can be used to enhance the client onboarding process? Thank you for asking. Digital welcome kits. This is a personalized digital welcome kit to new clients that gives them a great overview of the company or your team. I know, you already met your client and they are a little bit familiar with you because they just dished out some hard code cash to work with you. But here's an opportunity for you to share your mission, your goals, how you work, and how you help your clients reach their goals. Sharing your brand ethos helps you look professional and really invested in your work. This kit is also your opportunity to share important information you need the client to have or know to help manage the relationship and expectations. There's also onboarding portals, providing clients with access to an online portal where they can track their onboarding progress, submit any necessary documents, and communicate with your team is crucial. And this could be something as simple as a Google Drive folder that houses all the key information for clients. Or if you're using a system like 17 Hats that I use, it could be a portal where they can see their contract, their invoices, and questionnaires. It gives them a reference point if they ever want to go back to something. Then there is automated communication sequences. This is setting up automated emails to keep clients informed about each step of the onboarding process. It's where you can address some of their frequently asked questions and gather feedback. So for example, with one of our clients, we set up automated emails for their students as they progress through the website development process. Every time the student's card moves on the Trello board, that's what they're using for project management, they get a status update automatically. And so we were able to set this up using Zapier and Trello together to be able to send these automated emails to clients. So that is something that you can do as part of your process, automated communication sequences. The next thing that is super helpful are task management tools. And so using project management tools like Teamwork Projects, which is what we use internally, Trello, which is what some of our clients use, Asana or Monday.com, and there's tons of others out there. You just have to research and use what's best for you. Use these to create onboarding checklists, assign tasks to team members, and monitor progress in real time. This ensures that no part of the process is forgotten. Client surveys. Implementing onboarding surveys to gather client feedback and insights helps you to identify areas for improvement and ensure a more tailored experience. This is a great way to keep refining the process and making it better. Training videos. Creating video tutorials to familiarize your clients with your products or services, showcasing the features and how they can get maximum value from them can add immense value to your process. If you are asking clients to use tools they may not be familiar with, video tutorials can be a great way to ease their anxiety and get them to comply with your process. And then there's personalized onboarding managers. If you have a super high touch business and your onboarding process needs to be really, really high touch, assigning dedicated onboarding managers to new clients who guide them through the process, answer questions, and address concerns could add a ton of value to your process. And then building in follow-up touch points. Implementing a series of follow-up touch points after the initial onboarding phase to ensure ongoing client satisfaction, address any issues, and upsell additional services or products if that's relevant. So for example, our project manager reaches out to our clients on a quarterly basis to schedule one-on-one calls to touch base, to get feedback, and talk about their experience. This helps us to do a couple of things, right? To ensure client satisfaction, stay ahead of any issues, as well as get testimonials for the work we've done with them, as well as find out if there are other ways we can support them, hint the upsell. Now that we know some of the systems and processes we can implement, it's important to build a library of copy-paste documents to make those systems and processes work smoothly. If you have to reinvent the wheel every time you send a proposal to a potential client, you're wasting precious time and money. Instead, create your agreements, your intake forms, and all of the other documentation that you need at once, and then simply customize it for each new client. These are your templates. Think about the time you'll save by not having to write the whole document for each new client, and you will have all the pertinent information that the client needs every single time. No doubt something important gets left out each time that you have to create these documents from scratch, which then impacts your brand and probably not in the best way. Just about every document you use in the onboarding process can be saved as a template. I'm talking everything from the welcome letter to the billing agreement, everything. So simply create your own templates and customize them online, right? This is what's going to help you. Another time sucker where money is wasted is implementing a sloppy labeling system for all these documents. If you or your assistant doesn't know where documents are located or how they were named, you're wasting money searching for them. Instead, use a simple and thorough labeling system so there's no doubt where things are and how they are named or what they're called. And don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, because we all have been in Google Drive. I am still guilty of this sometimes where I'm like, what did I name that document? Where did I put it? Which folder is it in? Like, we have all been there. So naming conventions will help save lives. I also want you to think about it, right? Like, if you are updating your client agreement every year, but you have different copies in different folders, like, how on earth do you know which one is the most recent one? And why do you need more than just the recent document? So just create one main document, one general folder, one labeling system, and then put them all in the same place. Creating this library of copy-paste documents is a pivotal component in ensuring the seamless operation of client onboarding systems and processes. This repository serves as a centralized hub for standardized templates, forms, and documents that are frequently used during the onboarding journey. By having these resources readily available, you can save valuable time and reduce the risk of errors, whether it's contracts, welcome emails, instructional guides. As long as you have pre-approved and well-crafted materials at hand, it streamlines the communication and documentation process, guaranteeing consistency in your messaging and your branding. This library of documents enhances your ability to scale while ensuring a cohesive client experience, especially if multiple people are involved in the process. These documents become a vital resource that maintain uniformity in communication, reducing the confusion for both your internal team and your clients. And this not only accelerates the onboarding timeline, but also fosters a professional brand image, reinforcing the perception of a well-organized and client-centric organization. In the end, this resource allows you the space to dedicate your energies towards building meaningful client relationships and delivering exceptional value, rather than spending time on redundant document creation and revisions. And yes, I know someone is asking, but I thought we were putting all of this into an electronic system. If you're smart, you are. You're putting it in an electronic system and automating it. However, you still want to make sure that you have your master templates created and saved somewhere that is not in your system. Because what happens if that system goes down? What happens if you need to make changes, right? It's easier to make those changes on your actual document and then get them updated into your system. This way you always have an updated master copy. So yes. Now, how do you create this library? Thanks for asking. You want to identify the different document types. You want to begin by listing the types of documents you frequently use in your client onboarding process. This includes everything, again, like we talked about, your welcome emails, your contracts, if there's any FAQs, any checklists, any access requests that you might have, any questionnaires. So identify those document types. And then you want to standardize those templates. So you want to create a standardized template for each document type. Ensure that these templates are well crafted, on brand, and adaptable to various client scenarios. And so this might involve collaborating with your team or even hiring professionals to set up your workflows or design your templates. You want to have centralized storage. Choose a secure and easily accessible storage solution for your library. This could be a cloud-based platform like Google Drive, Dropbox, or some other dedicated document management system. And then you want to organize the folders. Create organized folders within your chosen storage solution to categorize the different document types. So for instance, you might have folders for like welcome emails. You might have folders for contracts, folders for videos or whatever, right? But you want to keep them organized. And again, this is where that detailed naming convention comes into play. So you want to develop a clear naming convention for your documents to make searching and retrieval easy. Use consistent naming patterns that reflect the document's purpose and version. You want to have access control. So set access controls to ensure that only authorized people can edit or add to the documents. This maintains the integrity of your library and prevents any accidental changes. You also want to have version control. Implement version control to track changes and updates to your documents. This prevents confusions and ensures that everybody is working from and using the latest versions. And then you have to have regular updates. Periodically review and update your library to reflect any changes in your business processes, branding, or legal requirements. And then you want to have training and guidelines. If there's anyone other than yourself, you want to provide your team with clear guidelines on how to use the library of documents effectively. So make sure that you train them so that everybody understands the purpose and the benefit. And then have a feedback loop. Encourage your team members to provide feedback on the usefulness of the library and suggest improvements. This helps to refine it over time. I promise that the time invested in creating these resources will pay off by saving you substantial time and effort in the long run, while ensuring consistency and professionalism in your client onboarding process. I promise your onboarding process will become much smoother when you know exactly what documents need to be sent, why they need to be sent, and where they are located. So for now, your challenge, should you choose to accept, is to develop a documentation library. Until next time, thank you for joining me today on Leading Behind the Scene. I'll see you soon, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Leading Behind the Scene. I hope you found some encouragement or helpful information today to help move your business and or your life forward. If you have a specific topic you'd like me to talk about or guests you'd like me to have on the show, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. I love connecting with my listeners. Also, be sure to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode and leave me a rating review. I'll see you next week.